If you enjoy the Low Scale Gaming podcast, please leave us a like, review, and subscribe. Any feedback is welcomed, and I hope you enjoy the show. Hello, and welcome back to the Low Scale Gaming podcast. I'm your host, Fantasy, and always I'm joined by Conan Jones and Inferior Mage. Conan, how you doing today?
We kind of talked about it a little bit before we started, but today's a weird day for some reason. I've just felt weird and off, and I don't know why. Like, nothing has really happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know.
Is it just like you just feel weird, like normal weird, or like what is it?
Yeah, it's not like sick weird or anything like that, or it's just like I'm not quite all in the game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I mean, nothing's really happened either way, so
a low energy day.
See, it's not really even that.
It's a low energy day.
Like, I don't really even know. Like, sometimes I'm just kind of blah, but today I've just been like really grumpy today. Like, we went to lunch and people just pissed me off.
I get like that sometimes.
I get like that every day.
And like, we went to Chinese buffet and the food was pretty good, but
in the middle of a pandemic, folks.
Okay, you've been like 5 times
to the buffet.
Yeah,
I have not gone to the buffet since February of last year.
There have been multiple occasions. I'm excited to go to Chinese buffet with my sister today after we're done.
We didn't go to Chinese buffet. We ended up going to. That was the only time when I would have gone, and we ended up going to what's it called? Inner Urban in Chickasha.
Yeah, but you were willing to go, so
yes. But that was the only time, and it was very disgruntled that I was not wanting to go. They switched it up because I didn't want to go. No, I have not gone to a Chinese buffet since February of last year. On my mother's grave.
I miss Chinese buffets.
I do too. I miss it more than.
There's that one in there's that one in Oklahoma City that has like everything. It's like, what's it called?
There's one here called Asian Buffet, man, and it is like it's on Cash Road and like.
Which one did you go to, Conan?
Golden Palace, I think, over on Meridian.
Meridian and what?
It's the one just right off the interstate. It's like the first main intersection after the interstate going south towards.
Okay, I've been there before. My mom really likes that place, but I didn't like it.
There's one like kind of south, like close to the interstate in Oklahoma City. I think south of the interstate, actually. That's like huge. And it's really good. I can't remember the name of it.
Southwest 15th and Meridian. I just looked it up. And I don't. The words you said, Mage, don't really mean anything. Like, south of the highway.
No, like Interstate 40. Sorry.
Okay.
I-40. I think it's south of Interstate 40. It's like because Oklahoma City's huge and encompasses all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one I used to take one of my kids when I was in DHS too, and it was huge and it was really good. And I can't remember the name of it.
No, that's how.
All I'm saying is I love me some Chinese food, but I haven't gone because we're in the middle of a pandemic. So
I did go to Golden Corral once during the middle of the pandemic for my birthday.
That's brave.
That's like the worst place you could go.
Oh, yes.
That's worse than going to the Chinese restaurant.
So the Golden Corral that we went to did have COVID protocols, and so they were serving everything like cafeteria style, where it was all behind their glass, and they got it themselves to give it to you. I don't know if they're still doing that because Oklahoma, but when I went, they were doing that, so they did have COVID protocols.
I know the one that we went to. They had like plastic gloves that you had to put on before you touched anything up at the aisles and stuff, and have to wear masks and all that. Obviously, but
man, I'm so excited to get this vaccine and then like get superpowers because of it. Because then because it hasn't been tested that much, but I'm still gonna take it because there's that chance that I might end up being Superman. So,
Grow wings.
what would be your like go-to like superpower? Because hey, if I grew wings that could carry my fat ass, 100%. All right,
Be like one of those.
What would be your go-to superpower though?
I'm just thinking of fantasy with wings, and all I can think of is like that first boss of Demon Souls.
Never played Demon Souls. That's a swing and a miss for me, boss.
I'm sure he's making a fat joke, but
well, no, you specifically said carry your fat ass, and like that's the first thing I was thinking of.
It's funny when I say it.
It's racist when you say it. Mage.
I don't know how it's racist. I didn't call him an alcoholic, or
also not really race related, but I would
probably that's the Native American stereotypes, right? Alcoholic and lazy.
I would probably go like teleporting, honestly. Like, I feel like that would be cool. Movie Jumper? Yes.
That's exactly my go-to superpower, is to be able to like jump into any to be able to teleport like that.
Exactly.
That's always my go-to thing. Like, because I don't want to be like over the top like Superman and like, oh, I gotta protect everybody. No, I am 100% the anti-hero with superpowers that like.
I'm gonna use it for me.
The first thing that kid did was break into a bank.
Exactly.
With it. First thing I do in a heartbeat, I teleport right into a bank vault. I know where my morality lies. Like, I am very
I'd be fine robbing a bank.
I'm chaotic good. I know where my alignment is. I'm chaotic good. So,
as he talks about breaking into a bank and stealing lots of money.
So that's chaotic. That's not I'm good. Look, okay, I'll break into like fancy people bank, okay, and not like
I've always understood chaotic good to be like good by any means. Like, oh, I may have killed like 50 people, but it was for a good cause, kind of deal.
And see, I've always took it as yeah, you do bad things, but you have a good heart. That's how I've always taken chaotic evil or chaotic good being.
Yeah, well, people really don't align with the D&D tropes anyway.
Anyways, Mage, what would be your go-to superpower?
I don't know, man. You guys mentioned teleporting, and I just keep thinking about how convenient that would be.
Right?
Like, outside of
imagine just being able to like conveniently teleport yourself to the bathroom while you're laying down. That's all I'm saying.
Or like, I don't know, never have to take a plane. I can just go visit like Japan or something and be like, oh, what's that? I don't even need like a passport.
Okay, yeah, obviously, but I'm thinking of more like practical uses.
Or like go to work. Like imagine all the gas and money you would save by not having to travel.
Absolutely.
I'd still be late to work.
Yeah, you would.
Because I just like, oh, I can make it a time. I got time to go get like food or whatever, and then just poof is 8:05. I was like, oh, where's Mr. Fantasy at?
Oh damn!
Dang it!
I say that, but I have
dang it, Bobby.
Late to work. We have to be there at like 7:30, and I've hardly been late. Like maybe like a couple times here or there, but I'm usually strolling in right at 7:30 because I have to get onto the school bus to go to the elementary school by like 7:29 or 7:28 is when it gets there.
Nope, you said his name.
Oh, I did. Rip. Sorry, that was me.
The 2-week vacation screwed you up.
Yes, 2-week vacation that turned into 3 weeks.
No, we've had a 2-week vacation.
Oh, we had a 3-week vacation. The only reason why we didn't record last week was because I was in the hospital.
Why were you in the hospital?
Let's start there. Let's circle back around to the initial topic. Yeah. Let's start with you being in the hospital.
Okay, yeah, we'll start with serious stuff real quick.
No, it is all serious. No, I'm more mad about the 2 weeks thing than being in the damn hospital.
Of course you are.
Anyways, so it was about a week and a half ago. I had a really bad like stomach ache, and then like it just turned into like my whole body hurting, and then I had a headache from it, and then I had a temperature from it, and then I was like, okay, I'll just like sleep this off and I'll be okay. So then like the next morning I woke up like feeling like dog crap. And then I checked my temperature and it was like 102.7. And I was like, maybe I should go to the hospital.
Probably smart.
It's about that time. So then I go and like I still don't know exactly what it was. Because they said it wasn't COVID, and even though I had like all the symptoms of COVID, it wasn't COVID. It wasn't flu or strep. The lady said I had a buildup of white blood cells in my stomach after they did my CAT scan.
So you had like an infection?
I guess so. For what I'm kind of boiling it down to, I guess, is that I had like food poisoning or something.
Jesus. Did you eat like raw chicken?
Huh?
Did you eat like raw chicken or something?
No, but I did have the only thing that I could think of that would actually like kill me like that was like
Chinese buffet.
the day before I got like sick like that, I had a spicy chicken sandwich with Carl's Jr.'s.
Maybe it just wasn't cooked all the way or something like that. Like
that's something, I guess, but that was
the only questionable food you ate.
Yeah, that was really the only questionable food that I had.
And usually those things are like pre-cooked and just come in frozen. So,
I don't know, but that's the only thing I could think of.
It's kind of hard with fast food places because you never know, like, because they come in bulk and stuff. They mass produce all that.
Yeah.
So like any like one thing could just be slightly off and then somebody up. Oh dang it!
Rip me.
So then, because of that, I got out of the hospital. I went that Friday I went Thursday or Friday or whatever, and then I felt like crap for like the whole weekend. And like Saturday, I got up and I was just like, I don't know if I could do this podcast because I can't sit up without like wanting to just hug a trash can. So I was just like, okay, we'll just add to the 3 weeks so Mage could be happy.
No, 2 weeks.
No, it was 3 weeks. It has been 3 weeks since our last podcast went up. Yes?
Okay.
No.
Pause. So I've talked to multiple people about this. Surprise, surprise. And this is kind of what I've figured out. Because I didn't talk to my wife about it. I just gave her the situation and saw what her initial reaction was. So the way that I explained it, I said, okay, you have an event that you have on Saturday, okay? You are taking a 2-week vacation from that event, okay? Then I had her pull her calendar up. I said, are you coming back on this day? You coming back on this day? And she said, well, if you are taking 2 weeks from an event, you're missing 2 instances of your event.
Yes. No.
So it would be 3 weeks on the calendar.
Which is exactly how I explained it to Finnessy. And he just was like, nope.
This is but then our break is a week and 6 days. There.
We're taking a week off.
From here on out, it's a week and 6 days.
Why not just say it's a week off?
No.
Because that's a week off.
Because that's not right.
No, it is right. Because, okay. So Finnessy, 1 second. we record on Saturdays, right?
Yeah.
But we don't have to record.
Like in Chinatown.
So every week,
the mic goes by your face.
Every week, we can record from Sunday to Saturday. All right. We only have to record one of those days, but that we record one day in that week. We've recorded on Thursday before. We've recorded on Monday before. All right.
Okay.
That is a week for our session.
Look, y'all ain't gonna change my mind on this, okay?
All right. So
I can sit there and try to.
So take 2 weeks off means that we miss 2 sessions. All right. And so
no, I never said a 2-session break. I said a 2-week break.
Exactly.
Which would be 2 sessions.
No, it would not be.
No. And you said 14 days afterwards, which is recorded last Saturday, would have still been 13 days and not 14.
All I'm saying is,
So you were wrong on like 3 fronts.
All I'm saying is, going forward, our Christmas break is a week and 6 days.
Is a week off.
So we're
Is
taking a week off.
No,
taking a week off.
It's 6 days off.
So the other side of that, because I had filled my wife in on kind of what had happened, and she said, okay, if you're taking 2 weeks off from school, you're taking 2 calendar weeks off, Monday to Friday, Monday to Friday. That's 2 weeks off. And I can see that argument. But if your event is only 1 day a week, and it's always on one particular day, I know we never do it on one particular day, but it's normally supposed to be on just 1 day.
We even tried to set a time, and we still had to push it back 2 hours because of my people coming to fix the stupid garage door.
Thank you. I thought you were about to say something else, and I was about to be salty.
No, you didn't do anything wrong. You went to lunch under the assumption that we would.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I wasn't gonna. I wanted to get, but I wanted to do stuff at noon, but then I ended up just doing keys with my friends then, so it actually worked out really well.
What's keys?
Keys is high level mythic dungeons in World of Warcraft.
Oh.
The goal is to push 15s for each dungeon, so you get Keymaster. And right now we have 10s done for each of them. It's pretty difficult content that we're doing.
Does that mean like you beat it in 10 minutes or something?
No, it's the difficulty's 10 times harder than the base dungeon.
How high can it get?
It could get the highest one I've known that got completed was a 30, and that was last expansion. And that was 30 times harder than the one before, than the base dungeon, I think. Or no, I think it has a different scaling than that. I don't remember, to be honest, but it's not like 30 times the base one. It's like 2 times 2 times 2 times, you know what I mean? It times the previous one before it by 2.
It's just twice as hard as it was before.
Yeah. That's the easiest way. I guess it's the easier way you could say it. I'm stupid.
It's all right. It's kind of a weird.
Yeah, we go weird
mechanic.
Loop
around.
Yeah. The goal right now is to try to get 15s done, and it's like each week has like different effects to get done. Like this week it's fortified, sanguine, earthquaking, and prideful. Prideful is always there. I'll tell you about that in a second. But the fortified, it's non-boss enemy. Basically, the trash has 20% more damage or 20% more health and does 30% increased damage. So the trash hits a little bit harder, but the bosses are like super easy. The sanguine is whenever you kill a non-boss enemy, it drops a pool of stuff on the ground, and you have to it heals like the trash and damages your teammates. Quaking is one. It's you periodically do an earth like a circle shockwave around yourself, and if you stack it up, you do it like wrecks you. But if you don't stack it up at all, it doesn't do anything to you. The only thing you can't do in the middle of it is like healers and like ranged DPS can't cast spells, or they get stunned, or they get nature locked, or they get like specific spell book locked, like nature locked, shadow locked, frost locked, fire locked, so on and so forth. But each week has different affixes. So like next week's is tyrannical, bolstering, and explosive, which isn't necessarily a fun week. This week's by far like one of the easiest weeks to do keys. So that's why we're like pushing really hard to do keys.
All right.
Do you get better items when you do that?
Yes, you do get better loot when you do it.
I guess they have to do that. Give you a better incentive.
That's the well, the incentive is to get stop. Is the incentive is to get 15s done because you get this cool looking mount here. Let me show you guys. Shadowland.
Is it like a mount?
Yeah. Shadowland Keymaster mount.
What is it?
Let's see. I'll link you the Wowhead article. It's really edgy. It's right up my alley, basically. You hear my dog just sitting there, just crying around.
Yeah. Okay, so what is that?
It's a death elemental.
So do you ride on top of it?
Yes.
All right. So does it just like float?
Yes.
All right.
Cool.
But
Is it fast?
that's the goal of what I want to get. And I'm like, once I get all these tens done. I have two more I need to do to get tens, but they're at nines right now. I'll be probably about halfway there, I think. 15s are hard, man. Like it took me and my group like a long time to do 15s last time. And I mean I have until like I think at least the summer to get 15s done. So I'm okay. Like I'm not like in a big rush for it right now.
Yeah, you got like 4 months or so.
Yeah. I got a little bit. So
Just grind that gear. Get your
yeah, that's all. I
teammates.
mean, that's all I'm doing. My hunt or my Death Knight right now is at 208 item level, and like, so I'm pretty beefy. Like, I've been doing some good work on it.
Good.
But yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and jump into our fails of the week. Conan Jones, what is your fail of the week?
So I kind of had just a couple multiple just because it's, been an extended amount of time that won't be specified at this point, since we've last spoken. I did my surgery went well, but recovery has been rough to say the least. Um, it's just been hard. You don't realize how much you use certain places and muscles until you can't.
Right.
So that part has
Look
not been
look
fun.
what I typed in Discord.
Yeah, for real though. Um,
So do you have to do like some kind of like physical therapy or something? Or not like actual physical therapy, but then they give you like some kind of activities to do to help with recovery.
no, so it's mainly just wait until it's healed because with the location of the incision and the area that needs to recover, they can't really bandage or ointment or anything like that with it. You just kind of have to keep it clean and do the thing. Um,
Get over it.
yeah, essentially. So they've just had me on all sorts, well, not all sorts of, but a pretty high level pain pill.
They give you opioids.
They did, and they then
Hell yeah.
gave me the little handout of opioid dependency information packet, all that sort of stuff, which was actually like had somebody else's name like labeled on it, like they had made it for this person back in 2012 and have just made copies of this thing since then.
I love that.
Yeah, it was just like, man, this is um
Like, could they not just get rid of the name or find a fresh copy of the front page or something?
or white it out and make another copy and then just
Yeah.
replace your master copy. Like it's not a hard thing to do.
That's
But
funny.
the first one was like that and was whited out and then had the copy made over it. But then the last couple pages had this guy's name and birthday and like the last four of his social on it, just on the top corner, like it was stamped on there. I was like, this is not good. Like,
Hey, let's dox this person real quick.
yeah. um,
Classic hospitals, man.
right. So yeah, doing that, and then the past day or couple days, like I've felt a lot better, and I've been able to like move. So I've kind of just been cleaning the house. I started off just like kind of no lifing, playing games all day, but after a while, my body was just like, you need to move. You can't just sit here all day and then go to bed and get up and do it again. Like, so I've just been cleaning the house. I was like vacuumed and shampooed my room, and then I need to do the bedroom still. And just kind of all of the honeydew chores that never get done during the week because work sucks.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Do you still have to go to work, or are you off work?
I was able to take off. I was off all last week, and then I'm having to be off again next week because the doctor wouldn't sign my release form to be able to go back. So he said he didn't want me pushing it and tearing. Yeah, because I guess tearing that incision is like a whole nother mess of stuff that is not good to go down. So
yeah, what a way to end Christmas, right?
I know, right? But had all the surgery went well. My hand is still bruised from my IV, but
okay. Speaking of IV, so sorry.
No, it's a good segue.
When I was at the hospital, the stupid nurse messed up on my IV, and I was bleeding out of my arm like I just got shot, and I bled all over a hospital bed.
Dude, that's like the one thing that like I think everyone's had experience of just one nurse like missing a vein or messing that up real bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because I used to have like really bad I still get migraines every once in a while, but I used to have really bad migraines when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And they were trying to put an IV in me to help, because this was back when like CAT scans and stuff weren't like they were getting, the technology was getting there, but it wasn't like the way it was now. And so they were trying to inject me with some kind of like color ink or something, not like dangerous or something, but something that they could see my brain more clearly.
Yeah.
And the nurse just couldn't find a vein and just like stabbed me like 8 times. And and I had a huge bruise on both my arms because she did both arms. My mom was so mad at her.
Dude, it's stupid. Like,
and I was like 6 when that happened. So, oh dang.
Yeah, that stuff is stupid. But oh my gosh, my back. Okay, who wants to go next?
Mage, what's your fail of the week?
Our heater broke for like the coldest days of our break. Like during our break, like the 3 coldest days that we had during this break, our heater had broke right before then, and we're like, "Why is it so cold in this house? Why isn't the heater turned on?" So it was kind of miserable for a few days. We got someone out here, and it was an easy fix. One of our, I guess it's like a limiter or something, broke because it was old. And so, I mean, the guy just had one. He replaced it, and it was nothing. But it was still like, that was kind of annoying. I hate when little stuff like that happens.
Yeah, it just takes that one little thing to like cripple the whole system.
Yeah, it was like 50 degrees in the house. Like it was freaking freezing.
Be a goof. Finn, what's yours?
All right. So, man, back in like November, I paid for this Popcornopolis stuff for my fundraising stuff, and they said it'll be here before Christmas. Okay, didn't get here before Christmas, and then it did it, and then like the first day back from school, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna call these people and I'll figure out where the hell this is because I'm mad. I need this stuff because like this is ridiculous. I got parents calling me like
they paid for this stuff forever ago. I wanted this for a Christmas present. Like,
yeah, like this is ridiculous. So call them, and they're just like, "Oh, we haven't got your payment yet," and so had to bust out the order forms of it, and I was just like, yes, you did, because this money got taken out exactly by blah blah,
you've already cashed the check.
Yeah, like cash the check, all right. So,
yeah, you called me.
My damn popcorn. And so it gets to the point where I'll be honest, I was mad as hell. I was cussing this lady out on the phone because it's been damn month and a half since my popcorn should have been there, and I made so much money off of this popcorn stuff, and I never want to do it again because this company's stupid. Like,
that was always the worst.
Now you know. Fundraising companies are a bunch of con people, man.
Like, and I made so much money on. Like, I made more money off of that than I did like anything I've done before. Like, it was such a good fundraising, and it's just overshadowed by
The crappiness of the company.
yeah, by the crappiness of the company and how just like stupid they did me.
Yep.
Did you dirty?
That's
That's my fail of the week.
Did they ever figure it out? Are they sending you the stuff?
It's supposed to be here Monday. Fingers crossed I don't come back here next week and just like and still
have no popcorn.
Yeah. Well, I hope it comes in because that's frustrating.
I remember the popcorn we got from there was pretty decent. I remember one of the kids from our Texas school had got us some that wasn't horrible. But
I've always been a fan of that Boy Scout popcorn. Like they have this like
oh ew.
Dude, it's so good. Like their caramel and chocolate popcorn are so good.
No. No, thank you. I don't know. It really just was really bland and tasteless to me.
I mean, it depends on which one you get, I guess.
I don't like caramel popcorn at all. Okay. I don't like caramel popcorn. I just like, and I don't like the kettle corn. Oh,
I like kettle. Kettle corn? Is that like
the epitome of like old people food? Like that and tapioca pudding, man. That's.
I remember I used to like kettle corn, but it's been so long since I've had it.
Yeah, but you also like Wonder Woman 88 or whatever. So I mean,
I do like that movie actually, and I watched it twice, and even took into account to the criticisms. And like, I'm not gonna lie, the first time I watch a movie, I usually shut my brain off and just enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I watched it twice with the criticisms in mind and kept a critical eye on it. And honestly, I just find the criticisms petty.
I haven't seen it. Good. I just know that like pretty much everybody but you hates that movie.
I've only seen like 2 people that hate it, and it has good ratings on Rotten Tomatoes and stuff. So I don't know about that.
I don't know. Like I've seen multiple people, not just big old what's the name to call him without calling him? You know what I'm talking about. Anyways,
other than the 2 people that commented on my post about me,
I didn't know there was like 2 people that commented on it.
No, man, I don't understand why people don't like it, because I watched it multiple times and I even took in their criticisms, and I really think that they're just petty criticisms. I don't know. I mean, it's not a perfect movie for sure, but no movie ever is.
Did you watch your Snyder cuts of Batman v Superman?
You mean the director's cut for Batman v Superman?
No, didn't they make a Snyder cut of Batman v Superman and like upload it to HBO Max?
No, they're making a Snyder cut for Justice League.
Oh, Justice
League. Which, I'm not gonna lie, out of all the DC movies, or the DCEU movies or whatever, Justice League's my least favorite, actually. I even like it less than Suicide Squad. At least Suicide Squad got an Academy Award, you know? For
really?
Music. Yeah, it got Academy Award for its music. Yeah. When Suicide Squad got an Academy Award, it was funny because like all these Marvel movies had come out, and everyone's trashing on the DC movies, but DC had more Academy Awards than the Marvel movies did.
I don't know, man.
Until Infinity War and Endgame and stuff. I think those won stuff, but
I just really didn't like any of those movies at all.
And that's fine. I mean, it's a movie is a matter of perspective, I think. Like you like what you like. Like I'm not a huge fan of rom-coms, but people love those, so you know.
Yeah, I don't really like rom-coms either. Those are kind of super cheesy. Not for me.
Yeah. I haven't seen a DC movie since Aquaman.
I liked Aquaman, but mainly because I like the guy who played Aquaman.
as Jason Momoa.
Yeah, Jason Momoa is awesome.
Yeah, between that and
Drogo.
I'm excited for the Black Adam movie because Dwayne The Rock Johnson is playing Black Adam. I love The Rock.
He's gotten a lot better. Like,
you see some of his like really old movies, like his first stuff that comes out.
Like the Scorpion King.
He's so bad.
The Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, the Tooth Fairy is what I just thought of.
The Scorpion King is his first one. That's his first. The Scorpion King.
Yeah, Scorpion King's his first one.
It's his first ever movie.
I remember seeing that in movie theater. I was so hyped to see it. I think I was like, I saw it with my grandpa, and I was like 9, I think.
Yeah, I loved it when I was a kid. I watched it when I was a little kid. I loved it, but it's not a good movie. On it
now, I was like, oh my god, that's awful.
Yeah,
awful.
Which is sad because The Mummy 2, when he was CGI'd as the Scorpion King, The Mummy 2 was really good too.
You know, I've never seen any of those Mummy movies. The other reason why I saw Scorpion King was because I wanted to see Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
That's fair. 1 and 2 are great. I don't remember 3. I don't think it was good, but I don't remember it.
I remember the first one scared the crap out of me because it was one of
those. Yeah, the first one's scary.
Yeah.
The first one's scary, but it's good. The second one is a lot more like, it's like a horror comedy. It's like a horror action comedy. So The Mummy 2 is way less scary.
Yeah.
It's much more lighthearted.
I was so scarred by the first one. I don't think I ever saw the other ones because it was just like old boy's jaw unhinging and like whatever, it's like screaming and all that sort of stuff. Nope, didn't do for little Mr. Jones.
I watched it not too long ago, and it's pretty good. Like both are really good, actually.
Okay. But, moving on. All right. Everybody's had their fail.
We have our fail. Okay, so man, let's talk about my esports club for a minute because that's what's the big. Or kind of since it's kind of our return back from our 3-week break.
2 week.
No, it was a 3-week break.
It's okay to be wrong, Tennessee.
No, it's not.
Continue.
I'm not wrong. Anyways, my esports club got set up over the break. They built me 8 computers that are pretty beefy. That's probably on par with my computers at home, maybe a little bit under, but they built me.
Damn, I bet your kids like that.
Yeah, and like I was like, hey, I got this. We got this. Let's start this. We got our first matches in like 2 weeks. Let's go. And kids, I've had kids there. I've had every computer set for like every day since I've been there, and it's not just been my band kids that's been doing it. That's the biggest thing is I wanted to be upfront with my boss about, like, this is not just my band kids that are doing it. There's other kids. I even have 3 basketball players in there.
Heck yeah, dude.
So like that's the biggest thing is like I'm making this is more than just like my band kids. And it's really nice. And so we've been doing so nice. We've been doing Overwatch the past couple days because we have practice Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. And the only reason why we don't do Wednesday is because of that's when I have my after school rehearsal with my band because it's contest season.
Yay! Something else we can talk about later.
My literal most stressful time of the year. A lot of people think it's the Christmas concert that's the most stressful time of the year. No, contest season. Most stressful time of my year. Always. Contest season sucks. Anywho.
Hey, my mom's calling me real quick.
Good. Tell her I said hi. But one more lighter things before I complain about contest season. Esports Club is going pretty good. Like, we got our. I think I have my team set for Overwatch. At least my first team. I think that's all I have enough for is like one team.
Yeah.
So
Are you going to have like alternates and stuff?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have alternates because I want everybody to have a chance to play and stuff. Like, I still haven't like got an actual like thing set up for it to like. I the only thing I know for sure that I have set is the two healers because it's 2-2-2 with 2 tanks, 2 damage, and two healers. The only thing I know for sure that I have set is my 2 healers because those are the only 2 people that were do healing, and like they both worked really well with each other and knew like the matchups and stuff, and I didn't have to tell them to like, hey, we can't have 2 spot healers. We need to have an AOE healer and a spot healer.
Yeah.
Typical stuff like that. They knew what they needed to do. It's
good.
It's the tanks and the DPS that I need to like swap around and figure out what I'm going to do. Because some of them are vibe age. Some of them are really good. Like I think my tanks are really good right now, but there's also another one that's gonna do tanks, and then I think my damage players are really good. So I just gotta make sure that it's gonna take a little bit of figuring out, and I don't. My biggest thing is I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but I also need to like get a set 6-man going.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be weird because band people are not used to putting kids on the bench. Like,
yeah,
everybody participates, and
on the bench like that, man, because that's.
And
but
unfortunately, that's probably something you're gonna have to do. Like,
yeah.
But if you can get more people going, you could have like a varsity and a JV squad.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I wanted to do is get that going. But and then the other cool thing is that my while I was like in the zone and like actually doing some good coaching, my boss came in and watched it because I figured he was gonna think that we were just sitting back there playing video games and stuff, and I was just like, and I was out there like doing what I was like coaching.
Yeah.
Like I felt such a thrill out of doing that. Like it's hard to explain it. I was so hyped up and just like happy that because they were doing what I was telling them to do and we were winning because of it. It felt so good. Like
so were y'all just playing like an online match as a team against some?
Yeah, we were just doing 6v6 and just queued up and practiced and go. Like that's all we were doing. And
does Overwatch immediately put you with other like pre-made full teams?
If you do a full 6-man stack, it puts you in a 6-man stack.
Okay, because I know League used to do that, but I didn't know if other games kind of did it the same way.
Yeah, so they were going against other teams, so which was nice. It's all good. And then the Rocket League, we've kind of been setting up like a little. I got 2 teams set up for Rocket League right now, which is fine. And that one's a mixture of the basketball kids and then other kids. So like, it's going good. It's really nice to see that I get more support from from my administration with the variety of kids that I have in it.
Yeah.
And especially like I'm showing it like, hey, I got 3 basketball players in here that's in here playing this, that's in here like with us. And it's not just all my. Now I will say I have about 10 kids, I think, in there. 10 to 11. I will say the majority of them are my band kids. I will say that.
Well, to be fair, you're the band director, and
yeah, like my kids are gonna gravitate towards me because like that's just how it is.
Those are the kids that you're closest to, no matter what you say or do,
Yeah.
And the ones you advertise to.
Yeah, and I told them to tell their friends, and they did, and their friends joined.
So now that you've got some basketball kids on there, I bet they'll be like, okay,
this is like this is legit. Like Mr. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, that's exactly.
How good are your kids?
What?
How good are they?
It's actually been pretty decent. Like they're pretty good, and the best thing is the best thing I like most about it is they listen to me. So that's what I like about it. Is like I was telling them, come in before you had to go talk with your mom. that I was getting such a good thrill out of it that not only that I was able to like tell them like what to do and stuff and like what the path towards victory and getting better was that they were actually listening to it and doing what they were supposed to do, and then we ended up winning because of it. That was the best thing from it.
So did you guys have a mock or scrimmage or whatever?
Well, we just jumped into like we did when you queue up as 6 in Overwatch, they put you in another 6-man stack. So we just queued up for about 3 or 4 games, I think, because we start at about 3:15 and then we leave about 3 or 4:15, just because I want to get home too and do my thing.
Right.
But yeah, it was fun. That was just the biggest thing, is that I wasn't even playing, and I've had more fun than like I felt like they did.
Yeah, telling people to do it is fun.
See, and then you put it like that, and it just ruins the whole thing, the whole vibe of it.
I have to mess with you a little bit. I can't just let you have a freebie.
You can't just Mage just can't let people be happy. Imagine that.
Oh, I'm glad it's going well.
So how often did you say you guys meet?
So we meet we meet every weekday except for Wednesday, because on Wednesday I have my after school rehearsal with my band.
Got you. Okay, that's not too bad. Like,
probably one of the more active clubs, actually.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Outside of like the sports and stuff.
I know I was a part of like 2 or 3 clubs when I was in high school, and we only met like once a week.
And I think I might move it to just being on. Well, I don't know. I'll figure that. Ideally, I would like to just do it Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, so on Friday I could just go home.
That's fair.
Because everybody kind of just wants to dip out on Friday.
So, is there like an actual like high school league?
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to go to next. There is a high school league that we are in. It's called the Oklahoma Esports League. It's ran by OSAA, and it follows the exact same rules as OSAA. Kids can't be they can't be out. They have to be eligible. They can't use any sort of foul language. If they do, then we get in trouble. The typical OSAA rules,
Does that count for the coaches also?
Yes, I have made sure I am very professional around my kids.
Oh my gosh, I could totally see you pulling up Bobby Knight and throwing a chair across an esports stage. Oh my god!
No, I agree with that one. I could do that probably.
Get you a red turtleneck.
Oh my god!
Oh, that is the best visual. Oh my god!
Scream at whatever ref is there.
That makes me happy.
Fantasy night, there you go. Just throwing.
Oh, good lord! Oh, proud of me for pulling Bobby Knight's name out of my butt like that.
That's an old reference, but it checks out. Bobby Knight throwing.
And all 3 of us got it like right off the bat too. Like, usually whenever we throw out obscure references like that, somebody's like swinging and a miss.
Yeah.
But that's cool though. So I guess, are you playing another school? You said you have an upcoming deal pretty soon?
Yes, we play against other schools like throughout Oklahoma.
Yeah. So are they just doing an online tournament and you just have to...
Yeah, I think it's just online, I'm pretty sure.
Saves travel expenses.
Yeah, exactly. That's my biggest thing, is it saves on travel expenses.
You do any more traveling, they're going to force you to get a CDL.
I know. I'm waiting for that when they make me get the CDL, and I'm trying so hard not to get it. I posted that gif of Bobby Knight throwing the chair.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Why did I think
how old it was?
Yeah.
His red is Texas Tech, so it's okay.
Okay, I thought he was like a red turtleneck, but we can get you a white polo.
That's a young Bobby Knight too, before he got bald and stuff. How old is?
Still angry though.
He's 80 years old. Jesus Christ. Oh, he's not bald. He's balding. Oh, this is why you got the turtleneck. It was close enough.
So you sharing something else with
Yeah,
us?
yeah. I'm sharing with the class. If it shows up, because that's the
okay, yeah.
and then for Texas Tech. Oh no, you were right. Hang on, you were 100% right, Conan Jones. You were.
What's wrong with his nose in that one?
He got beat up.
Did he get punched in the face?
You were 100%
okay,
right.
that's what I have in my brain. Okay,
you were 100% right. Yeah.
Huh.
That's gonna be me, and just throwing chairs across the computer lab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That second
I
one.
had a good friend one time that he threw a stand at band class. Like he was a band director, and he told me the story about him getting so bad at his students that he threw a stand.
Not gonna lie, I've done it before.
I'm saying, I've done it before. I've thrown that before. I've thrown my hat before. I've thrown my baton before.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the baton one is like the most common.
I literally threw out a piece of music because we couldn't play it, so I threw out the score and I just threw it across the room. I can relate to it.
Yeah, that's pretty much anything that's in reach can get thrown.
You gotta have that intimidation. Get your kids in line.
100% relate with that. I always throw it to the left because nobody's in my left, the vicinity of my left. So
that's the deal. You throw it where nobody's at. You're not throwing it at anybody.
Zone, as I call it.
The problem with that story, with my story, was that he threw the stand, and the head of the stand popped off and hit a kid.
Okay, yeah, you're getting into.
So he's like, "Oh crap! I didn't mean to do that."
That's how you get fired. That's. Yeah. I'm not on board with that one.
I'm gonna bribe that kid to not tell anybody.
He was like, "It wasn't that bad. It just kind of slid and hit her ankle." But
little Timmy is consistent lifetime first chair. Yeah. Congratulations. Oh man. Okay. I'm glad your esports stuff is going good.
Yeah, esports club is going pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it, and I'll probably talk about it each week. I'll have. Oh my god, we're gonna have a new rolling section, a new rolling what's it called, special with Coach's Corner segment, a new segment with Coach's Corner.
Just talking about your esports league.
Yeah, I'm adding it to the script now.
I've already got it on there.
Just Coach's Corner. Stupid things my kids did during esports.
So are you gonna have to like do fundraising and stuff for esports league on its own?
No, they bought the games for us. I mean, the games we actually had to buy was Overwatch, and Overwatch is like $20. So
yeah,
that was. Or actually, I bought it when it was all $15 each because it was holiday special. So
did the kids have to make new accounts?
I made them. I made them just for my I made 1 through 8.
So it's just like Finn School number 1, Finn School number 2.
Exactly.
Got you.
Are they able to log onto those accounts outside of esports, or do you have the passwords?
They don't have passwords, so I don't give it to them.
That's fair. That's fair.
But,
that's a whole different.
No skins for you.
They can practice on their own at home.
Does
Overwatch have like themed skin sets?
Yeah.
So
that's how Overwatch makes its money, is loot boxes and skins.
Yeah, I figured as much. It was the same as League, so I mean, you just need to like buy them all.
About a day. Fucking League of Legends, man. Like,
you should buy them all the same theme skin set. So whenever you guys,
literally, I've literally not played League since the season has ended. Pretty much.
Like, they added those new
I've taken.
Ain't about it. I am not learning that stuff again.
I have taken like a month and a half off League.
I played one game of ARAM the other night, and I was just like, okay, yep, this is exactly why I don't play anymore. And like I was
not playing that game anymore.
I got stuck playing Callista, and couldn't tell you last time I played Callista, and I didn't do great, but I was like 12 and 15 in ARAM, and was absolutely the best on my team. At the end of the match, we had a Yasuo that did 300 damage the entire match. I'm just like,
I love that. That's really funny.
How? Like, I feel
on
like
an ARAM?
On an ARAM, 300 damage.
Just do a third Q, you know?
Yeah.
You get more than that.
Oh, so yeah, I was like, well, thank you guys for reminding me why I don't play anymore. And then I left and reported them all.
Well, I would definitely report the Yas. Like, that's 2 auto attacks. That's 300 damage. You know? It's like...
Because the other team was talking trash too, and I was like, yeah, it's not too hard playing against 4 bots and a real person. Like,
yeah. That's why you turn off all chat. Just leave it off.
I was having fun at that point, just trashing my own team because they were all just garbage dumpster fires. So
I like doing that in my personal, like not on all chat. I don't all chat rage. I just regular chat rage.
Just so my own team can.
I hate this game.
I'm surprised that League doesn't have like a voice chat other than like
they do
for your own team. Yeah, but it's only if you team up with somebody. Well, like they don't have like a regular voice chat.
I've honestly never used that voice chat system. It's always been turned off.
It's actually like the team voice chat's fine, but they need to expand it to just like always, like you can just turn it off and on as you want, because that the coordination is just so much better.
Yeah,
if you have a headset and stuff.
Okay.
And it's hard to like, people won't yell at you. It's easier to like yell at you by typing than it is to yell at you actually, because people are
expert out. I'll get into a random Discord and yell at somebody. I don't care. He brings out the worst in me.
I'm not saying that some people won't, but I'm saying that a lot of people are a bunch of wusses that won't do it to your face.
I hate League of Legends. All right, I'll anybody that's bad at that game, I'll tell them that they need to know they're bad at that game.
Yeah, man. Also, I would love to just shout at someone and tell them that I'm gonna screw their mom or something like that. You know,
all right,
like regular Microsoft Call of Duty stuff.
What were you saying, Finn?
I don't know. Mage took it too far now. It's not funny.
No, you gotta yell at them like that. You know, that's the regular Call of Duty. You gotta have a 12-year-old yell at you and tell you that they're going to screw your mom or something.
Okay,
that's old Xbox.
All right, so let's go jump into topic 3. Conan Jones, what you been playing?
So I actually finished Spider-Man from the 2018 and started the newest God of War. I really enjoyed my time with Spider-Man.
Did you do all the side quests and stuff?
Spider-Man?
Okay, for Mage's question, I didn't like 100% all of the side quest stuff, but I did enough of them to get it figured out. I know there were several of the the cop people that come out at the end, that take over bases and stuff, to do like 7-8 waves of those people. I got real frustrated with those because I'd get to like the last 4 or 5 people of a wave, the last wave, and die and have to do it all over again. And I was just like, nah, I'm gonna go do something else. This isn't that fun to do over and over and over again.
Like the best side quest, right? Like Silver Cat and all that stuff, or Black Cat or whatever.
No, that's DLC.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Get the DLC. Get the Miles Morales DLC.
Because the only thing, like, so far with the Black Cat has been the rooftop. You gotta use the camera to find the little kitty cat picture statue things.
Oh, he has been doing the DLC then.
But that's it. You just take the picture and then it's like, oh, okay, well, I guess I've only got 47 more to find. Like,
I think
wait.
I think there's like an actual quest there.
So I don't know if there's something happens after you do all of those, which I'm sure
Yeah,
probably
you actually
does.
get to talk to like Black Cat and stuff. There's like some cinematics and stuff.
Yeah, I just haven't done all of those because I finished the story and I was just like, I want to play God of War now, so I started playing God of War.
God of War is awesome
Yeah,
in every single way.
I got to the main, like, I'm assuming it's just like the main hub of all the worlds. That's just kind of like the island with all of the other islands around this outside.
Yeah, the main hub.
I was about to open the door and like walk on to the next little spot, and I had to get up and do something and haven't gotten back to it yet. But it is a much different game than Spider-Man, and it was real hard to get into God of War after playing Spider-Man because of how different they play. Like, granted, I knew that was going to be the case because obviously they're going to be very different games, but
yeah, sometimes like when you play a game for so long, it's hard to get settled into a new game. I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it took a while to get figured out with that one, but I just need to get back into it. But I've got another week of being able to get into it, so yeah.
Fair enough.
That's kind of what I've been doing.
Did you get Miles Morales?
I have not gotten Miles Morales yet. After enjoying normal Spider-Man so much, like, I probably will. Is it all online on like the PSN thing?
I have no idea.
You could probably get it on PSN.
I'm sure you can.
Because personally, since it's not my system, I would rather buy a physical disc of it. But that's just me. So, but yeah.
Oh, you're using your brother's PS4, aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of why I'd rather have a physical disc of it than.
Yeah, you could buy a physical disc of it.
And just go to Walmart and find one.
Sure, you can. I wouldn't see why not.
Yeah. I just haven't really looked, so I don't
know. I like to call it a DLC, but I think it's a full-fledged game.
Yeah, I do not know. So, but yeah, that's kind of what I've been playing. Not a whole lot of some new stuff, but not a lot of new stuff. So, y'all play anything new?
Major, what about you?
I've taken a step away from video games a little bit. I did play Dragon Quest, the newest one, Dragon Quest 11, Dragon Quest 14, one of those two. Those are all-time RPGs. It's God, the voice acting is so bad. like the gameplay is great. It's just old-time RPGs. I do love the gameplay of Dragon Quest games. The story is really, it's a evil's taking over the world. You're the hero, save it kind of a story. So it's whatever. I just, God, the like the first partner you get is this like your childhood friend girl thing, and she has this Cockney accent, and is the most jarring accent. It's so, the music is great. I will say it is, the music is fantastic. It's played by the Tokyo Symphony Orchestra, and it's gorgeous music. But God, that voice acting is so bad.
So on a side note, my brother also has Kingdom Hearts 3 in his little stash of games that he gave me. Is it worth trying to play number 3 with no context between 1 and 2?
It's a fun game. It's just
the best.
understand anything. It'll try to tell you, but you won't understand anything.
I mean, you can play it. You'll still have fun because it's, the fighting is fun. Like the actual gameplay is fun. The story's a mess, though. Man, Kingdom Hearts story is a mess. The best Kingdom Hearts game by far is Kingdom Hearts 2.5, like the full version, whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
That's by far the best one. After that, the story just becomes a mess. And honestly, 2.5 is kind of a mess because I don't know what it is about Japanese people and their stories, but they just have to make it the most convoluted thing in the world. It's either the most convoluted thing or like the simplest, stupidest thing in the world.
There's no in the middle.
Like there's no middle ground. There can't be just a good story.
Heaven forbid.
It always has to be like, you're the hero, but actually you're working for the devil. And the devil is actually God. And then you have to kill God.
It's like, wait a second.
Yeah, it's like, that's something. It's always something like that, man. It's like, Japan, man, love them to death, but come on, guys.
Yeah, figure it out.
They need to figure out their tropes.
All right.
Well, World of Warcraft, pretty much. Like, I've been having a lot of fun with World of Warcraft again. Once I get key masters I talked about earlier, I'll probably die down on it. But for right now, pretty happy with World of Warcraft. Pretty good times.
Back to being your thing.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Let's go ahead and jump into our wins of the week. Conan Jones, what is your win of the week?
So kind of my recovery time has kind of turned into a little bit of a vacation. So that's nice, kind of being away from work for a while. So I'm enjoying that aspect of this. We also made adult purchases and had new couches that arrived yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we
You
purchased.
said something about purchasing that stuff.
Yeah, we purchased them back in the beginning of November, and there's oh, they're not here to be delivered. We'll let you know whenever we actually have them in stock, but didn't really let us know that it wasn't in stock until after we'd paid for them. So we're like, cool, but
God, I love companies.
yeah. Since my wife paid for them and she used her account, made an account and her email and stuff, they've been contacting her and said, hey, these are coming in. We're not sure on delivery. We'll call and let you know and give you a window and all that sort of stuff. So they were supposed to call her on Thursday. No, she talked with them on Wednesday and they said, hey, your couches have come in. They'll call you tomorrow to schedule a time for them to deliver on Friday. Okay, So they called on Thursday and said, hey, we don't know our time frame. We'll just have to give you a call tomorrow. Okay, that's annoying, but I'm stuck at home, not being able to go to anywhere because of recovery. So I'm sleeping in because, I'm kind of on vacation. And my wife calls me 7 times because my phone's on vibrate at 8:30 in the morning saying, hey, the furniture people are delivering the furniture. You need to get out of bed and put clothes on and stuff so you can bring the stuff inside. So I had freaked out and got my stuff on and around, and by the time I put pants on, they pulled up in the big old truck and then gave me grief about asking if they could bring it right inside the door for me, or at least help me in the door with it. I was just
you greeted them with your bathrobe on and...
No, not quite bathrobe, as I had enough time to get up and actually put a shirt and jeans, and I had to throw my flip-flops on, but it was just because of COVID protocols. They're normally just leave it on the patio and leave it in the front. And I was like, that's fine, but
hey, I just had a surgery. I can't move this.
Yeah, I was and I'm here by myself. I can't lift and move heavy things. Can you at least help me get it in the door so I can just slide it around today as I need it? So he just kind of huffed and puffed and finally was just okay, whatever. I was it's not that big of a deal, dude.
God dang it.
So yeah, I spent like all of the day yesterday.
You know those people, like if they had an option, they would just throw your stuff on the ground and leave it.
Absolutely. But I spent all the day yesterday putting those together and like unboxing them, getting all the plastic off of them, and I still got to put.
They came in boxes.
They came in like half of a box, half wrapped in plastic and like a tarp. So it was a weird mix. Like the bottom of it, it was in a box from the feet up until where like the middle of the cushions are, and then the rest of it was just like wrapped in plastic and taped down and all that sort of stuff.
But so that way it had something to like stand on, I guess.
I guess, but like I don't know. Like
it's so odd.
It's made of wood.
Like your description of that is so odd.
Yeah, it was a very odd thing. But
so what do you do with your old furniture?
Right now my love seat I had to move into my room. So I have an extra couch in my room, and my room feels very crowded right now, but I think I kind of actually like it. I might move the PlayStation back in here and play on my computer screen and sit on the couch and play instead of off of the lawn chair in our bedroom. Don't laugh at me. Why are you laughing at me?
Why would you pick a lawn chair over sitting on the couch?
Because our couch in the TV in the living room, I didn't want to be that far away. My initial thought is that I could be close. I could lay in bed and play games. But Spider-Man, like all of the text was too small on our TV, so I had to sit in the chair closer to the TV to read it. Because it was right whenever like you had to do all of the circuit boards and move the little pieces to make the power go to the end. But I couldn't see the numbers at all to like make it more powerful to get to the end. So I had to move up there, and I just kind of stayed there.
Just imagine laying in your bed for like 12 hours.
No, like my back hurts enough as it is whenever I wake up. I can't even imagine like doing that.
All right, Mage. What is your win of the week?
Well, I start school Monday.
Whoop whoop.
Doing my accounting degree. I'm a little nervous. Like,
can you do weird. My taxes for me?
Sure, once I figure it out.
Okay.
Free taxes, LSG tax service.
No one said anything about free.
FreeCreditReport.com, sponsored by Inferior Mage.
Yes. I mean, I just do my taxes on TurboTax, but I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot more about it during classes and everything. I'm taking 15 hours, so I'm excited. Just also a little nervous because, haven't done this before. And I'm also doing like online school this semester because COVID and the vaccine hasn't become readily available yet. So
I
actually scheduled my because I'm stage 2, so I actually got on that little emailer thing to get my vaccine.
I actually can't get the vaccine until my antibodies run its course. Because I just got COVID not too long ago.
COVID, like I've been safe, and I could get the vaccine. And I go Chinese buffet. Yeah,
yay! Chinese buffet.
I'm just gonna leave my brother at home too. 100% I'm just gonna leave his ass at home.
Is he gonna get the vaccine?
I'm gonna tell you that right now. When I get that vaccine and I get the second one, that's like 21 or 8 days later. The very first place I'm going to have dinner is Chinese buffet. I'm going to eat a grotesque amount. They're going to have to push me out of there or roll me out of there. Like,
no more food for you. You eat like killer whale.
Okay, Mage made it first. I can make it. You go away. You go now. You've been here for an hour.
You've been here for an hour.
It's all you eat, not you eat all.
It's all you can eat, not eat everything.
That was a stand-up comedian. I can't remember who.
It's a Saturday Night Live skit.
Oh, was it?
Yes.
Dude, Saturday Night Live and South Park better be like on point this next season. Like,
did you watch the South Park COVID special?
Oh yeah, no, like they nailed it.
That was hilarious.
The pangolin.
Like, That was 100% hilarious. Like,
But
geez.
after all of this craziness this past like week and a half, which I'm surprised we dodged all of that with today.
We really did. Like,
we have a lot to talk about. And I want to go take a nap. That's why I'm trying to push you all along.
I was like, I've got to poop.
Like the fails of the week.
I got to do that too.
Fails of the week could have been easily the fall of the American democracy. Like,
yeah.
All right. So my win this week is that Esports Club's going. I got a couple. Esports Club is going good. I bought a gaming laptop with my Stimmy from Donnie T. The last good thing he did, probably the only good thing he did. It's pretty beefy too. It's pretty nice. I got all my games on it already. But the biggest thing is that a couple of my friends that I played the game with before I got kicked out of my old guild is joining my new guild, and it's pretty fun. They're all really good players, and I miss them a lot. And
cool.
I'm looking forward to having our old group back together for doing keys and stuff.
Getting the band back together.
That's literally what I've been saying, is getting the band back together.
The Country Bears.
But all right. Oh, I also want to give a special shout out to two of our listeners that have keep texting me, asking me when the new episode's coming up. Like, and I've just been answering their questions. Like, hey, we took a 2-week break that ended up 3 weeks because I was in the hospital.
Well, it's actually 2
we'll
weeks.
Be back tomorrow. We'll be back today. So
okay, so since they've been talking with you about it, can I also request that they message or like reply to a tweet or something that's with their opinion on if we took a 2 or a 3 week break?
Okay, I'll make a poll on the Low Scale Gaming
on the Twitter.
Yeah, I'll make a poll on the Twitter.
I'm down with that because I'm interested in what other people think since we're kind of divided.
Fantasy's poll is going to be like the way he's going to word it is going to be skewed to where it's his points of view.
I'm not a Republican. You hush your mouth, all right? I'm a fair person. Anyways, thank you guys very much for listening. You can follow us on Twitter, SoundCloud, YouTube. You can follow us on Twitter, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify at Low Scale Gaming. If you have a question or a subject you want us to talk about on our next podcast, go ahead and leave us a tweet or email us at lowscalegaming@gmail.com. Thank you guys again. And remember, have a great day and a better tomorrow. And hopefully 2021 gets a hell of a lot better than it already started.
Well, it's all uphill from here.
Are you sure?
Nope.
Hopefully.
All right. Have a good one.
Bye.